What is up, Keller Williams agents? It's me again, Sam Jackson, Director of Innovation and Technology for the Georgia Legacy Group. And you've heard it through Ignite classes several times, and if you've read the MREA book, then you'll know that one of the most important things that you can do as a real estate agent is lead generation. It's absolutely the most important thing we do as real estate agents. Now, the secret sauce behind lead generation is really lead follow-up. Yes, we want to reach out to our database as much as we possibly can, and yet it's really important that we not just give up when we communicate and talk and give a phone call to our database once, especially in the world of online leads where we know statistically speaking, it can take something like 24 times to convert a Facebook lead from cold lead into what we call conversion, into an actual contact. So how do you do that? If I'm going to grow a massive business, and I need thousands of leads and thousands of contacts to make what my desired outcome is, how do I do that? And the secret is really technology, but most importantly, automation. Using technology as a form of leverage to make sure that you are getting your touches, the touches you need for the entire week or the entire month, as simply and as easily as possible, and making sure that really you're not doing it. Now, I'm going to dig into this video. I'm going to show you exactly how Smartplans work and what to do within Smartplans. But just know the most important thing that you can do as a real estate agent is build a relationship with these folks. We want to use Smartplans as a way to leverage our initial contact. But the second that we get a contact interacting with us, when they become a lead and they truly become a contact, meaning that our conversations went from one way to two-way, we want to pull them from our Smartplans. That's where we really want to pick up our shovels and pull in our boots, and we want to go to manual work with our contacts at that point. But I'm going to show you what these really cool features that we have within Command that we call Smartplans, how to implement them. And if you're not really tech savvy, you got to change that mindset. And I'm going to show you the easy way to do these so that you're not creating them from scratch as well. I hope you enjoy this video. And as always, stay in command, listen to Melba, and absolutely do it. Thank you. All right, Keller Williams agents, let's jump into the how-to part of this session. So in today's little video here, we're going to show you how to implement these things that we call Smartplans. Now, it's really, really important that the first step that you should do, and double check that this was done either in a class previous to this, or if you've done this with an orientation with me, Sam Jackson, or your agent services coordinator, but you want to double check your marketing profile in Command. So you want to go up to your name in the top right-hand corner, click on your name, go to settings, and then on the left-hand side, we want to go to connect settings, and then your marketing profile. Now, your marketing profile feeds so many different things within Command. It's really important that you have the right headshot. You have your own personal branded logo. So this is for teams and agents with their own logo. If you don't have one, don't put something here. Leave that blank. But make sure that all this information is correct, because it will feed a lot within the Smartplans features that you have here. Make sure your brokerage information is correct to stay in compliance. But if you need help with that, check out a couple other videos that we have on my YouTube channel, which is incommandwithsam.com, and that's all spelled out. All right. Now, Smartplans, what you're really here for is this icon over here on the left-hand side, this applet with the paper and the gear. I believe that's what that thing is. But you can always click on this red KW logo in the top and open up Smartplans. Now, Smartplans, you may have heard the term or the word drip campaigns in the past, or just campaigns. This is where you can access things like a 36 touch. If you keep hearing these words within Keller Williams or other places, this is essentially the way to automate and systematize your touches within your database. Now, logging in for the first time, your screen is most likely blank here. You shouldn't have anything on this page. What I've done is I've moved my Smartplans from the Keller Williams library into my own personal library, and you're going to want to do the same thing. I'm going to show you how to do this. So click on the library button up here at the top, and you can see 10 of the Smartplans that we currently have within KW Command. And there's a good chance that if you're watching this far in the future from when we've posted this video, there may be some more in here, but these are at least the initial Smartplans that we've got within Command. We have a Promote My App. We have a bi-weekly neighborhood nurture, which is a really cool feature. This sends an email out to your database every 2 weeks that lets them know specifically what's going on in their neighborhood. We have an 8x8, which should only be used, as it says here, to win mindshare. Another way to say this is only use this with people that you've just met. This is not one to use with your entire database of people who know you, but more so new contacts in your database. We have a quarterly call plan. This is not actually a touch. There's nothing in the system that will automate other than a reminder that it's time for you to reach out to your database or that specific person again. We have midterm and long-term nurtures. These are basically longer nurture campaigns that extend out several months, I believe 6 months with each of these. And then we have birthday, open house, follow-ups, even home anniversary. And then we have the monthly neighborhood nurture, which is the same thing as the biweekly, except the frequency is changed to once a month instead of twice a month. Now, the way these works is you want to add the smart plan to your library. When you click on this Add Smart Plan button, let me think. I don't think I have the promote my app one. So when I click Add Smart Plan, you're going to want to rename it. So just call this like App Plan, make it easy for me, and click Apply. This will pull it into my Smart Plans library. Now, I have several in here, so I need to go to my last page. But you can see that I now have this app campaign and plan. Now, what's really cool is you can see exactly what these do. So it is a 5-step process. I don't want to confuse the word here. This is 5 steps and 3 touches. So 5 days, 5 steps, 3 touches. So the way this works is that we send an email on day 1 or the day that you activate it. Then we wait a delay. Then we send a text message, and you can see now that I hover, it tells me exactly what the text message says. We wait 3 days, and then another message is sent. Now let me go back. This is really, really cool. When you look at this text message right here, all of these smart plans have this capability to use what we call these like merge fields, which means that instead of it saying, hey, this is agent first name, agent last name, it will replace it specifically for you. It'll say, hey, this is Sam Jackson with Keller Williams. Did you see that a neighborhood listed a home in your area? Download my new KW app to check it out. And then where it says KW app link, this will be specifically branded to you and your agent app link, not just the general KW one. So this gives you the best chance of not only getting clicks, but also obtaining leads from that. And all of these pretty much work the same way. When you take a look at all of the smart plans in the library that we have in here, let me go back. The biweekly neighborhood works the same way. The quarterly call plans, all of these have a certain amount of touches and tasks that you'll see in here. Now, we have a really, really cool feature that you can also create these yourself. If you want to, you can create these from scratch. And I'll just say, hey, this is my new to the industry smart plan. And this is something that you probably want to create as a brand new agent, letting everyone in your database know that you're now actively pursuing real estate. Now, you can create these relatively simple. So these are your options. You can create a task. You can make a call. You can send an email, a text message. You can set a delay. And then also you can have a trigger be that when I'm done with this smart plan, if I run it for 6 months, when this expires, it will add this person to another smart plan. So this is a way that you can stack smart plans, which is really, really cool. So what I'm going to do is I would say that maybe one of the things you want to do is probably make a phone call to your database, but realistically, let's just say that you're going to send an email. Now, if you really, really want to get smart with this, we have simple email, and we have HTML email. You can do some really cool, fancy stuff in there. I'm going to keep it simple for today's version, but basically you're going to draft up your email. So it's coming from Sam Jackson at KW. The subject is, I moved. You can type out an email that says, I've moved to Keller Williams. I am beyond excited to start, if I could type on my computer, sorry, this new chapter in my life. If you ever find yourself with a real estate need, I'd love the opportunity to interview and represent you in this new profession. Now, again, I'm not being very creative today. I'm going to show you more of the how-to, but this is something short and sweet that you could send. But take a look at this. I can give myself some space here in front of the word I've. And I can write, hey, give myself some space. And then these merge fields that I was talking about, I can click on this drop-down menu, and it can say, hey, contact first name. So I can send this out, and it'll say, hey, Bob, hey, Mary, hey, Sue, hey, Tony, hey, Sam. And this will look like a one-to-one touch that I'm sending out to my database, except I can send out to 800 people all at once, and it looks, feels, and smells like it's going to a one-to-one touch. Like Tony, Sue, and Bob may all feel like they're the only person that got this email. This is something really cool to play around with. You can do last names, birthdays, emails, a lot of really cool stuff in here. But once I'm happy with this, I'm going to click Save. Now, here's one of the most important things that you need to know about Smartplans. Every time that you create a touch, you have to create a delay. If we forget this step of setting the delay, basically if you have 3 touches and I set somebody up on a Smartplan, they're going to get all 3 touches at once. Where now I can come in and make sure that I delay. So I'm going to send an email. I'm going to delay 2 days. Click Save. Then I'm going to come back over here on the right-hand side, and let's just say that maybe this time I'm going to send a text. So I'm going to click the SMS text message button. And then step number 3 for me is a text. So it's from my Twilio account. That's something you'll need to connect inside your settings here within Command. But it'll say, hey. And then let me go ahead and do my merge field here. Grab it over here on the right. Contact first name. Wanted to let you know that I am now selling real estate. And sometimes short and sweet is the way to go with these. So just say, hey, Tony, want to let you know I started selling real estate. I'll clean up a little bit. I've happily joined Keller Williams. And then I'm done. Now, you can keep building these out as long as you need to. But one of the things to remember is that you want to have as much automation in here as you possibly can. It's okay to build these out, put long delays in them if you need to. Maybe once every couple weeks or once every week, you can reach out to your database. It's up to you. You'll find that flow within your own database and your sphere. But the most important thing is that I want to set people up on these and increase my initial touch. But I want to remove people from my Smartplans once they start reaching out to me. So if a person responds to this first email, I want to kill the Smartplan for them and start talking to them one-on-one. Or if this text message here was the second touch out of a series of 5, and they respond to this text, I want to kill that Smartplan. I don't want the automated touches to interfere with my now manual touches. Hopefully that makes sense. But let me go ahead and save this because I can come back and edit it. Now let me show you how to add contacts to your Smartplan. All right. So you can do it right from the screen if you're ready to. So you can click on this plus person symbol up here in the top right-hand corner. And then you can start selecting people from your database. It's giving a second to load because I have about 1,000 contacts. So I can quickly click this select all button and add all these people. The other thing you can do is you can search by tag. So if you've tagged people in your database by a certain thing, let me do SOI. Maybe I don't have an SOI in there. Let me get rid of some of these. Where's some of my tags? Roswell, all my Roswell agents. I know that's one of my tags. I'm a dingus. You can't search from there. You got to scroll through. Let me go to my SOI. Let me scroll down. SOI. There we go. So I can pull up all my SOI people. Get rid of the word Roswell. That should work. There we go. Then I have Stanley Hudson that we've used previously. I can set him up on a Smartplan and click this button here. Now this is a really cool feature. Whether you're adding 1 or if you're adding 50, but I can add this Smartplan button. And let's just say that I've added 10 people to this list. I can start all of them now, which means that all 50 people or all 100 people get this all at once, which is great. But if they all start responding, you have to remember that you have to be in a position to start interacting with 100 people all at once. You can start at a future date if it makes sense, especially if you're promoting something like an open house. Or you can do one of my favorite features, which is the stagger one.
So if I have, 11 contacts on there, I can set that, we're only going to add 6 a day. So 6 will go out today, 5 will go out tomorrow. And that allows me to better manage my my follow-up with them. So if they do respond to that smart plan, I'm not bombarded with 100 people at a time. Only 6 a day are getting that. So it allows me to kind of manage my follow-up and responses. And then once I click confirm, it goes out the door. Now, what I highly recommend, just like I created this fake contact that was Stanley Hudson, you should absolutely try this on yourself first. Make sure that you're the first person that you do a smart plan for. That way you get a feel for what these things do in real time. But don't wait for a smart plan to finish. Go ahead and put yourself on it a day or two ahead of time, because you can always come back in your smart plans and edit and change these as you need to. One of the best resources that you may have for smart plans would be, there's a Facebook page called Command Your Conversion. So you want to go to Facebook and search Command Your Conversion. There are some really, really great resources of agents who are sharing their smart plans, including one of my favorites from Nick Baldwin, which is the Nick Baldwin Facebook Lead Smart Plan. It's a 23-day 23-day campaign with 12 touches that's strictly for following up with online leads, and it's really, really successful. Hopefully you got a lot of value in today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thanks for watching. This is Sam Jackson, Director of Innovation Technology for the Georgia Legacy Group. Thanks, guys.